what's going on, everybody? Look, when you're going through these pains of life, when you're going through the things that you feel like they're unbearable, one, always, I will tell you this. If you call me, you set up a consultation, you're going through something, what you do, pray. Isolate. See, you gotta isolate. You can't hear what you're supposed to do if you're in a crowded room. If you're in a crowded space, your mind is scattered. You're over here, you're over there. No, you have to isolate. Listen. Listen to your mind, listen to your body, listen to the Holy Spirit and let Him guide you. Let the Holy Spirit guide you to where you need to be. You don't have to do this thing alone, though, I tell you that. But what I will say is that when you're in pain, learn to love. Love is the strongest emotion that we hold. Love can overpower hate. They say nice guys finish last. Now let me tell you something. If you ever watch anything, yes, nice guys may finish last, but the nice guy also wins in the end. See, any movie, I mean, look at Creed. Creed getting beat up all the time in the beginning of the movie, right? Until he got to that end, Creed 3, he finally won, right? He started winning, he started being a champion. He started boom, boom, boom. He took a lot of them beatings, took a lot of them L's, right? And then he started winning. Because you gotta realize that's like life. See, life, what it does is it'll knock you down in the beginning. A lot of us have childhood trauma. And when we have these childhood traumas, a lot of us bring that with us as we get older. Look, I understand. Is it ever a time where you were going through a situation, and when you're going through this situation, you go back to your childhood? Like, man, I remember when this happened to me, man. I remember when this happened to me. You remember that? Do you ever go through times like that? And then you reflect that onto a right now situation? That's because we're not healed. You have to heal. See, you have to go and go in and actually confront it. The more you run away from things that hurt you, the longer you'll have to suffer. You don't want to suffer. You want to heal. You want this feeling of peace. So when it's time to heal, when it's time to move, when it's time to do these things and help other people and take that energy and do these things, you can do this with the purity of knowing that you are not bleeding on someone, but you're healing them, not only and helping them through your childhood trauma. Like, look, I've been there. I remember when my mother did this. I remember when my father did this. I remember when my uncle did this. I remember my auntie did this. I remember my ex-girlfriend did this, ex-boyfriend did this. I remember these things. Guess what? Not only do I forgive, but I'm also able to share the lessons that came through with this. I learned to listen to myself. I learned to love myself. I learned to respect myself. I learned to set up boundaries. Not only that, I learned to attract who is right for me in all of my seasons. Because it's time for me to understand healing. And I'm going to do that. But you have to pray. You have to isolate. You have to forgive. You have to heal. And when you do these things, this is the first step to purpose finding and creating a champion. When there's a will, there's a way.